Welcome to the audio-described version of the What Do Rangers Do episode of the Granite Desk series. Two park rangers in uniform stand at a large, flat rock with many Joshua trees and the desert landscape behind them. One is a man with two long braids, and the other is a woman with a dark ponytail. Instead of the normal ranger hats, he wears a cowboy hat and she wears a pink climbing helmet. A Chiron bar with a Joshua tree icon reads Granite News Desk, which then disappears, followed by text that says Ranger Jesse and Ranger Simone.
Hello, and welcome to the Granite Desk. My name is Ranger Jesse.
I'm Ranger Simone. We're coming to you from Joshua Tree National Park.
You might notice that Ranger Simone and I are wearing different hats. I'm wearing my cowboy hat.
I'm wearing my rock climbing helmet.
As park rangers, we wear a lot of different types of hats because we do so many different jobs.
Some rangers might wear this hat.
Simone stacks a green sun hat on top of her climbing helmet.
And some might wear this one.
Jesse stacks a green NPS baseball cap on top of his cowboy hat.
And a lot of us wear hats like this one.
And Simone adds the classic straw ranger hat on top of her other hats.
I don't think you're supposed to wear them all at once, though.
So what do rangers do with all of these hats? Let's meet Ranger Mackenzie, who will take us around the park and teach us what these hats are for.
Time-lapse of the sun setting behind a Joshua tree. A cottontail rabbit looks toward the camera. A time-lapse of Joshua trees with their shadows moving across a granite rock face. A desert tortoise slowly walks along the ground. Purple lupin flowers wave in the breeze. A time-lapse of sunset over the park landscape, with the words Granite Desk in large block letters and the episode title, What Do Rangers Do, printed smaller. We are now at the native plant nursery, and two rangers in uniform are surrounded by small plants and irrigation equipment. One has wavy blonde hair and the other has short hair and sunglasses. Text on screen reads Ranger Mackenzie, followed by Ranger Jane. Jane wears the same green sun hat that Simone put on at the desk.
Hey, I'm Ranger Mackenzie, and I'm here with Ranger Jane.
Hey, I'm the head of Science and Resource Stewardship here at Joshua Tree National Park.
And what does that mean?
Yeah, so I work with scientists here at the park that are archaeologists, wildlife biologists, botanists, and geologists.
A series of shots showing an archaeologist with a ponytail recording artifacts, a wildlife biologist searching for tortoises with a telemetry antenna, a physical scientist in uniform replacing equipment for air quality monitoring, and a close-up of hands and gloves holding a bat.
And we study the park to understand what's happening, and if there's a problem, we try to figure out how to fix it.
And what's your favorite part about your job?
My favorite part about the job is the people and working in this amazing place, learning every day, and trying to make a difference.
Awesome. And can you tell me about where we are right now?
Sure, I'd love to. We're here at Joshua Tree's native plant nursery where we grow plants from seeds collected up in the park, and we use these plants to repair areas that have been damaged by vehicles or trampling.
Close-up of young Joshua trees in pots in the nursery, followed by a shot of someone in the field watering a young tree that has been planted.
Nice. And I hear this is your favorite plant.
Yeah, let's meet the creosote.
Jane and Mackenzie kneel down to look at the creosote, followed by a close-up shot of small creosote plants in pots in the nursery.
It's very adapted to the desert environments. It's a great plant to use when we're trying to restore disturbed areas in the park or places that have been damaged, whether that's from fire or people driving off-road when they shouldn't.
Thanks, Ranger Jane. Speaking of roads, the next ranger that we're going to meet today is in charge of all the roads in the park.
Time-lapse shot from inside a vehicle showing part of the drive from the plant nursery to the maintenance yard, including a stop at the park entrance. A man in uniform with a cowboy hat gets out of a white truck and walks toward the camera. Text on screen reads Ranger Alex, followed by a shot of a road sign that says Parking Lot Full, blowing in the wind.
Hi, I'm Alex from Maintenance. I just got done checking a bunch of road signs here in the park because of all the wind that we're having today. I want to make sure none blew away.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Mackenzie.
What else does the roads crew do?
Well, we maintain all the paved and unpaved roads here in the park with that piece of equipment behind us called a grader. We also have about 1,000 road signs we maintain, as well as about 100 gates.
Shot of a road gate with a road closed sign on it.
Nice. What are the other jobs in the maintenance division?
Well, we have a trail crew that's responsible for building and maintaining all the trails here in the park. We have a buildings and utilities section, which is responsible for all the visitor centers in the park.
Shot of a woman in trail crew uniform swinging a sledgehammer to break up rocks, followed by a shot of the sign outside the Joshua Tree National Park Visitor Center.
We also have a campground section, which is responsible for keeping clean all the campsites in the park. Speaking of that, if you're in the park and you see any trash, it'd be great if you could help us out and pick the trash up and empty it on your way out of the park.
Thanks, Ranger Alex. Next, we're going to meet a ranger that helps protect the park and keep visitors safe.
Time-lapse shot from inside a vehicle showing part of the drive from the maintenance yard to the Split Rock area. Mackenzie stands by herself in front of a rock wall, looking around.
I was supposed to meet Ranger Miles here, but I don't see him.
The shot cuts wider, and we see that there's a rope hanging down, and a ranger in a climbing harness and red helmet descends down the rope into the shot, finding a place to perch so he can talk to Mackenzie. Text on screen reads Ranger Miles.
Oh, hey!
Hey, Ranger Mackenzie. I'm Miles with the Visitor and Resource Protection Division.
And what are you doing today?
Today we're doing search and rescue training to be prepared in case anyone needs help in the park.
2 photographs of search and rescue training, one with a group of about 10 people carrying a litter, and one with 2 people being lowered down a cliff with a litter.
Nice. What other jobs do you do?
I'm also a law enforcement ranger, an EMT, and a firefighter.
And what are the other jobs in your division?
We also collect fees, conduct permit checks, and respond to emergencies in the park.
Photograph of a law enforcement ranger with his patrol car at sunset, and a photograph of firefighters talking on the radio.
We're here to help people recreate safely and responsibly.
Thanks, Ranger Miles. The last park ranger we're going to meet today is someone that talks to visitors just like you and helps us all learn about the park.
Time-lapse shot from inside a vehicle showing part of the drive from Split Rock to the Hidden Valley area. A woman with glasses in the classic ranger uniform stands reading a junior ranger booklet and holding a tarantula puppet. As Mackenzie walks up, Sasha flings the puppet and booklet off screen to the left. Text on screen reads Ranger Sasha.
Hey, Ranger Sasha, what are you up to today?
Oh, hey, Ranger Mackenzie. I'm just preparing to give an interpretive program.
What does that mean?
Well, I work in interpretation, and we do all sorts of things that help visitors learn about the park. We give programs, we work in the visitor centers, we create exhibits.
Shot of a man giving an interpretive program to a crowd of people. Shot of Simone giving an education program to a group of school kids, showing them rocks in her hand.
We manage volunteer programs, and we lead student field trips.
That's what I do. What is your favorite part about your job?
Well, I love my job because I get to be outside helping people form special connections with a place that I love.
Thanks, Ranger Sasha. I've learned so much today about all the different jobs a park ranger can have. If you were to be a park ranger, what job would you want to have? This has been Ranger Mackenzie for the Granite Desk. Back to you.
Return to the desk with Rangers Simone and Jesse. They're back to the classic uniform hats, but Jesse has the cowboy hat in front of him on the desk, and Simone has her climbing helmet in front of her.
Wow, thanks for introducing us to all of those people. I noticed that Ranger Miles had a hat like this one.
And Ranger Alex was wearing a hat like mine. Park rangers do so many different jobs, from studying the park, maintaining roads, keeping the public safe, and providing educational opportunities.
And there are even more park rangers that we didn't meet today. Some rangers collect fees, maintain the budget, clean campgrounds, and even make videos like this one.
Shot of a woman in uniform in the fee booth handing a receipt to a visitor in a car. Shot of a woman at a desk waving. Shot of a woman filming the scene with Rangers Sasha and Mackenzie.
Next time you visit your public lands, whether it's a national park, a state park, or a city park, think about the people who take care of it, including you. That's called stewardship.
How do you take care of the land where you live?
Thank you for joining us on another Granite Desk adventure.
What will we explore next?
Text on screen. Video by Perry Sassnett. Thanks to Jane Rogers, Alex Snay, Miles Landry, and Sasha Travaglio. Additional thanks to the Trail Crew, the Administration Division, and the Science and Resource Stewardship Division. Additional footage by the Joshua Tree Media Team. Graphics by Alessandra Puig Santana. Text on screen. Joshua Tree National Park acknowledges the Cahuilla, Chemehuevi, Serrano, and Mojave people as the original stewards of the land on which the park now sits. We are grateful to have the opportunity to work with the indigenous people in this place. We pay our respect to the indigenous people, past, present, and emerging, who have been here since time immemorial. NPS Arrowhead logo on a black background.